Hi and hello. My name is Harkheindzel Kenny Omiyale, and you're welcome to another episode of I Mentor with Harkheindzel Kenny Omiyale. I am a development and empowerment strategist and also the spirit mentalist. It is important for us to note that in today's episode, we'll be going into a business angle. And why business angle? The reason is because over the past week, a lot of people have been coming for advice, consultations, and counsels as regards businesses. And one of the things I've realized about these people is a singular fact that many of them are missing. Okay, now these people are usually entrepreneurs or business starters, or people who are seeking to advance or make business bigger, better, and brighter for themselves. But they're really, many of the time, making a singular mistake. They focus so much energy and so much investment only, note the word only, on the physical aspects of their business. It means they have a product, they try to find out where their customers are, the value chain, and all of those business strategies, which are good. Okay, but the truth of the matter is that if you really want to excel and have a sustainable business structure, you can't just be focused on a certain angle. You must learn to be balanced as a business person. So what does that mean? It means that you must share attention, investment, time, and communication across a balanced spectrum. So there are many people who put so much energy and zest and time and investment into the physicality of their business without thinking about the mentality of the business. And the moment you understand how the mentality of business works, it works like magic. Okay? So I know a lot of people who are very much interested in the demography of their businesses, which is good. You must start that way. But if that is all you focus on, you notice that you have all the products, you have the best venue, you're visible to people, but still for some weird reasons, people don't turn up. That is why today we'll be talking about psychography. Now, demography talks about where your people are, who your people are, and all of that. Psychography analysis talks about why they would do business with you. Okay, and it's very important. Why? I've seen a lot of people go so much just for the physicalness. And that is where spirit mentality gives you an edge. It helps you to understand that there is a mentality to business that many people have failed to realize. Okay, going straight right up. I need you to understand this. That there are two major reasons why customers will come to you, why customers will see you. And it also dwells upon the twain principle. There's one that is more difficult to work out, but gives you a more sustained flow. Okay. Now, people come to you for two reasons. It's either you're available or you're valuable. Okay. Now, what does that mean? When you're available, it means that when they have a need, okay, and they look around, they see you, and that makes them come to you. That is good, and every business person must work on their visibility. That helps you to inform people about your product, advertising what you do, and all of those things, which is very important. But the thing about being available is that you're only available to people who make spontaneous purchases, and they're just people who make a one-time offers. That means they're in need of that thing, they're quite emotional about it. Or yes, let me use the word emotional. And they just go for such things, and that's where it ends. And the bad thing or the sad thing about if your business is hinged only on availability is that the people who come to you usually never come back. So if you're in the category of business owners or startup entrepreneurs who do businesses and you see people coming, but they fail to come back, that means they don't become loyal customers. They just become a one-time buyers. that means you're hinging majority of your strategies on availability, which is good, but it doesn't sustain your business. Business is sustained when customers keep coming back and you start building loyalists out of them. Okay, it's important for us to note that as we're starting or moving in business. So I've talked about people who are being available. That means people see them on social media, and they're all about information. Okay, that is good, but that is not the end. That is not what all business things should be focused on. You need to note this and understand it. The second strategy is being valuable. And being valuable also makes you do a lot more work. Okay? But before you can be valuable, you actually have to start with being visible. Okay, there was a podcast I did some time back on the value sense strategy. If you can get your hands on that, it's really going to help you. You could just go to my site, or just Google that. You'd see something on that. Now, value strategy is a step further from available strategy. And how does this matter? When you understand the value strategy, you understand the mentality of business. That means the mental part of your business. And you learn how to work that into the people who see you and the people who want to do business with you. What does it mean? You learn to influence people by the provision of perceived value. Okay, now, when you're valuable, the moment people have a need or people need to buy something, and while they're thinking of that need, the next thing that comes to their mind is your brand. Now, the moment that happens, it means you have done a lot of work to not just be available, but to become valuable. And when you're valuable and people see you in their mind, or people picture you in their mind, and that picture is compared with the problems or the needs that they have, they would become a compass. And what does that mean? They will start looking for you, and they become naturally blinded to every other person that seems to offer the same kind of service or product that you offer. Now, that is what makes loyalists of people. Now, you can see people, for example, two people who sell the same things and they're just side by side. And it seems that more people are going to a particular person and the other person is just empty. Even though they offer the same services, there is a reason people flock to one shop and they do not the other. The reason is value perception. Okay, now you must understand how all of these things work. I wouldn't really want to go into the depth of this, all right, because I've already mentioned that in the value sense strategy. I hope you get that. It's really going to help you. Okay, now you need to be a person who understands value. And how is value, how does it come about? The interesting thing about value is what hits people, what connects people when value is concerned are not the physical things, are not necessarily the physical things. They are the invisible things. They are the intangible things. Things like emotion. The moment you understand that for every product you sell, you give an added sense of emotion to it, and people take that emotions with them. The moment they need the kind of product again, because they're thinking and pondering upon themselves, they trigger such emotions. And because you sold that emotion with your product, they think about you. It's a natural thing. It's the way the mind works. Okay, so you need to be learned and skilled in selling intangibles with your tangibles. I remember I was somewhere the other time and I said this. You need to understand the twain principle. If you really want to excel as an entrepreneur or a business owner, you must always, at all times, work with the twain's principle. And in your part of business, what the twain principle signifies is you must always learn to give at all times tangibles and intangibles. What does that mean? It means that if you want to sustain your business, grow your business, making it bigger, better, and brighter, if your products in your business is services, that means it's things people don't always see, then you must of necessity bring something they see with them. It could be paraphernalias or souvenirs, or some kind of bonus, you need to give them that. Now, if what you actually sell or your product is something visible that people can take home with them, then you need to understand that you must give them something invisible. Invisible like integrity, things like excellence, things like compassion, things like understanding. Depending on what vibe you want to give according to the perception of your brand, you must understand this. And this psychography is one of the things that has helped a lot of people gain edge in business. And that's one of the things I love about Spirit Mentalysis, because it focuses so much more on the intangible things, the invisible things, about principles, about strategy, and how you can use that with what you currently do. Now, you also need to know that you can't just give any invisible, intangible thing. It needs to complement what you're giving. Okay, there really isn't a formula to that right now. However, if you want to know what is the best possible thing on the twain's principle that you can give to make your business better, to increase the value sense of your business, then you can contact me, send me a mail, chat me up, and we would work together on your business, and we'll see what best, more suitable way you can offer services in a compelling, persuasive, and convincing way to your customers. Business life is more than just sales. It's more of relationships. It's more of connection. And when you understand this intangible, invisible part of business, then actually you're getting a grip on the Spirit Mentalysis of business. And this is what makes people excel. This is what makes people draw to you. This is what creates a kind of intuitive connection between you and your customers. And evidently, this will bring you more profit. This will bring you more sales, because you wouldn't know the people who are connected emotionally with your product begin to refer you even without you saying so. Why? Because they want people to feel the same way they felt when they interacted with your business, with your brand. I hope today you've been able to understand a few things about how business works, more importantly, the Spirit Mentalysis and the Psychography of businesses. Now, this podcast is more of a knowledge sharing session to just open your mind to the things that can help you get to your goals better, discover your goals, and make you quicker in executing strategies and growing your business from where you are now to where you really want to be. If you really want to get to know more about my sessions or my speaking engagements or where I'll be speaking or events, you can just search out the name Harkheindzel. It's HARKHEINDZEL, or send me a mail at harkheindzelkenny@gmail.com, where we can talk, fix an appointment, and we can see how we can make things better. I would always say this: may you always walk in the faith of the Lord, unleashing soteria, lambano, soteria. You have just one life to live here on earth. Why not make it the best possible version of your life? And for your life to be lived in the best possible way, it must be balanced in the physicality, in the mentality, and in the spirituality. And I can help you with that. Till the next time you hear from me or I hear from you, have a wonderful day.